Myles Garrett has requested a trade from the Cleveland Browns. It is official. In a statement, as a kid dreaming of the NFL, all I focused on was the ultimate goal of winning a Super Bowl. And that goal fuels me today more than ever, Garrett said via statement NFL.com. My love for the community of Northeast Ohio and the incredible fan base of the Cleveland Browns has made this one of the toughest decisions of my life. These past 8 years have shaped me into the man that I am today. While I love the city, this is my home. My desire to win and compete on the biggest stages won't allow me to be complacent. The goal was never to go from Cleveland to Canton. It has always been to compete for and win a Super Bowl. With that in mind, I have requested to be traded from the Cleveland Browns. That is the full statement from Myles Garrett. Now, let's unpack all of this. Let's go over the greatness of Myles Garrett. He is now 29 years old, still in his prime, number 1 overall pick from my Cleveland Browns in 2017. He's the 2023 NFL Defensive Player of the Year, a 6-time All-Pro player. He's tallied 7 consecutive seasons with double-digit sacks, and he topped at least 14 sacks in each of the last 4 years. In 17 games played this season, he had 14 sacks, 28 quarterback hits, 3 forced fumbles, and 22 tackles for a loss. That led the NFL. And he had 2 bad feet. 2 bad feet. I couldn't do that on 2 healthy feet. Oh, that is the resume of Myles Garrett. Andrew Berry did come out and say he wasn't trading Myles Garrett about a couple of weeks ago, but now Myles Garrett has made it public that he wants out. Andrew Berry said he wouldn't do it for 2 first-round picks. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens from here on out. The sad thing about this is Myles Garrett doesn't believe the Cleveland Browns are even close to winning a Super Bowl, so he is out. We are losing, arguably, the best player that the Browns have had in its history since it came back to Cleveland. You could say Joe Thomas is number 1, Myles Garrett's number 2. You could have that argument. But losing Myles Garrett is a death blow to this franchise and its fans. The funny thing about this situation is the Browns don't have to trade Myles Garrett. He's in the contract till 2027. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, how Andrew Berry maneuvers this situation. If him and Myles Garrett has a conversation after this formal request, teams are going to be calling the Cleveland Browns, knocking down the door for Myles Garrett because he is that polarizing of a player. He can change your franchise if you have the pieces to make that Super Bowl run. But if you're Andrew Berry, if you're Kevin Stefanski, you've got to do something. You better get a haul for Myles Garrett because this is bad. There is no excuses that can be made now. Your feet is to the fire, and I want to know what they have to say. But if you're Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry, if you thought their seats were on fire before from the fans, now it's already in flames, if that made sense. There's no excuses now. Nobody wants to hear anything. You are about to let the Browns' best defensive player in history walk out that door because they could not get it together. And I feel bad for Myles Garrett. I feel bad for Denzel Ward. I feel bad for Nick Chubb. It is just a sad day in Cleveland. It's no other way to put it. So what can the Browns get for Myles Garrett is the question. What should be at minimum, they receive. We'll have to wait and see how this all plays out. But you let me know. If you've made it this far, what should the Browns ask for Myles Garrett? Minimum 3 first-round picks, 2 first-round picks? You let me know. And if you've made it this far, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, turn on all your notifications. I appreciate all of you. Hope to see you all soon. And at the end of your comment, hashtag Myles Garrett. It's a sad day today that we are going to lose our best defensive player in history. That's all I got. Until next time, it's all love. Peace.